Hi. I'm really happy to be here. Didn't know if I was going to even make it. This week's been a little dicey for me. I caught a cold, which is very interesting because I normally don't get sick. And so I had no immediacy that this is like whatever. Anyway, so I just did the same things that I always do. I do like a lot of zinc, I do vitamin C, up my mushrooms, all of the like the lion's mane and the reishi and things like that because that like clears your system out really good. So that's what I do. Anyway, so my voice is better today and I'm really excited because there's some things that I wanted to discuss with you. I thought that maybe what I would do is just start talking about like what my platform really is. And I haven't done that yet. And I thought about it. And there are times that people ask me questions. I get like so many different questions. And I think that they just come so randomly that it's very difficult for me to figure out like one question to be able to bring to the group and answer. And what I think that I'll do is I'll just start channeling messages because that will probably work better for me. So, good morning. My name is Lucinda. I'm with BOTI Studios. You can follow me at Lucinda Call Us Live on TikTok and BOTI Studios on TikTok. Also on Instagram and Facebook. And I'm not as active on all of them, but all the platforms will give you enough information to be able to find me and see where I'm at and what I'm doing next. So I'm really happy about that. Also, we have a beautiful store. Our store is thebodyshop.com. So BOTI stands for beautiful on the inside. And you can come down. We'll have regular store hours after we're done watching grandkids and having visits and stuff. So that'll be after the first week of December. And then we'll be open like crazy hours for Christmas shopping and holiday shopping and things like that. The store is coming together really, really well. You can go ahead and go online. If you see like a broadcast and you call like the number, I'll be able to answer your question directly. If you don't call, then that's cool. I'm good. And right now I'm just going to get right into it. Okay. So what's really been in my heart recently is understanding who we truly are and the amount of love that we have access to. Now, sometimes we have different visions about what love is, and so we grow up looking for love, and love is usually the environmental conditioning that we've received, and that's what we believe love is. In that aspect, when we're looking for love, we're very spiritual about it. We might be looking for it in somebody else's bed. We might be looking for it in an intimate conversation. We may find a friend that we just want to like glue ourselves to because they get us. All right. And usually that's because there's such a reciprocation of intimacy that allows for our heart chakra to open and we make that beautiful connection with the other individual. And so from that connection, okay, what I'd like to do is I'd like to bring in some beautiful energy to support who we are. I like how that came in with the motorcycle. Perfect. Okay. All right. So the energy is probably down around your ankles, going down into the ground. Allow the beautiful, the beautiful energy to flow through you down into tendrils. Hi, Camille. I look forward to seeing you tonight. That'll be great. Yeah, we have a psychic Mystic Connections psychic development class tonight, so that'll be a lot of fun. She's attending online, so yay! All right, so first things first, I'm going to check all of our surroundings, and what I mean by that is energetically, I'm going to look to see if there's any kind of wobble or dissonance that is in our immediate field, and I'm going to intend that it's no longer present. All right, so I'm going to invite it to leave, just like it invited itself in. I'm going to invite it out, okay? And that's my intention, and that's the easiest way to do it. Hey, Allison. All right, so as you're centered, all right, I'll just check each of your fields. Oh, there we go. Might as well. There we go. Okay. Oh, everybody feeling a little bit clearer. That's cool. I know I do funny things with my hands, and you guys might feel it, so it's all right. Take a nice deep breath in, and then release. You'll feel a sense of calm, spaciousness, and that's that unconditional love and gratitude that's going to come in right now. There you go. We're going to ground that into our day. So we're going to let energetic tendrils drop down from the bottom of our feet into the ground. We're going to really zhuzh up our day by opening our etheric. There you go. All right, great. So today's message is mostly about who we truly are. All right? Who we truly are is essence. So when we do something, no matter what it is, we are coming into full spectrum of it. That means that we're answering it physically by using our body to translate the experience. We are using our energy body in order to receive that signal. We're using our emotional and our mental capacities to begin to process. And then we develop a belief behind it, and that's our spirituality. So, spirituality is your belief system. You can have a belief system that is dogmatic, practiced, and religion based, and that makes it okay. But there's so much more to your spirituality and belief system than just your Sunday or devotion to your particular religion. In that devotion, you're developing belief systems. Those belief systems cause you to act a certain way. When you act in that vein, that's what it's called, when you act in that vein, then the blood is going to pump in a certain way. Okay? And when you choose to move to a different path, then that path will be different and varied. In that new path, it allows you to open up a little bit more, create a second or third or an abundance of perspective, so that way when you are interacting with others, you're receiving as well as giving. Okay, one second. Thank you. All right. Oh, good. Okay, so we're all connected. That feels really good, very centered. Okay, I like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to introduce grounding, an immediate grounding. Okay, so now you're all locked in, feel really good, ready to start your day. This is a great way to start your day. I love the grounding. I love the invitation of gratitude. I like to check in with Spirit to find out like where it is that I'm going. So today, Spirit told me that, pardon me, that it would be beneficial to discuss the essence of love and how we look for it. And so we look for love in a variety of ways, and we develop belief systems behind almost everything we do that tell us, yes, that's love, no, that's not. So, sorry for that. So part of the belief systems that we're developing are experiential in their basis. That means that we might have 10 times that we see something. 10 is just an arbitrary number. All right, we might have 10 times that we see something a certain way, and then one time that we see it a different way. That gives us a different perspective, but we've already developed a belief system behind it because we've had it 10 other times in a certain way. So when we're looking for love, sometimes what we'll do is we'll use our bodies, and we will give our bodies because that is our most physical output of energy and connection. All right, so when we give our bodies, we need to, we'll be better, okay? That's just what I found out in my personal history. It would be better to know why you're giving your body. And a lot of times we don't know. We think that the sex portion is love. We think that the adoration is love. We think that the acceptance is love, and then all the twists to that, right? So when it comes to it, what kind of sexual prowess are you using for yourself? Are you using the energy of you and showing up fully you, or are you trying to be somebody that maybe you're not because you haven't decided like what love is to you? So deciding what love is going to be your key. All right, and what love looks like. Now love is an open scale. It's everything that you are love. So everything that you do, everything that you are, that's you, that's love. So you're a direct representation of unconditional love. In universal wisdom, how they look at it is a vibration. When this vibration comes through, it weaves itself through your experience, and it allows you to open up almost like tablature in an orchestra, and you play your part in that beautiful orchestration of musical harmony. Okay, and in that harmonic you'll follow a certain note, and that will give you a trend and allow you to proceed through the universe. And that's like a daily sort of thing. It's a moment to moment thing. Everything that we're doing is very harmonic. It strikes a chord in the universe. Yay! Very cool, Allison. Very cool. And so, like, this is it. It's just making a series of decisions that will allow you to get more connected with who you naturally are. We're taught very often that in that belief that we're too self-centered, too self-absorbed, and we're just all about ourselves. The thing is that we need to be all about ourselves because we're who shows up. That's who shows up, you. So if you're helping somebody else constantly show up and you're not putting that same effort in for yourself, then what's going to happen is you yourself will get depleted, and they'll feel like they're a vampire, an energy vampire, but they're not. They're not an energy vampire. What they've done is they've hit your auto accommodation button. And so when they hit your auto accommodation button, you fall into this moment of like, how can I go ahead and get this done for them? How can I help them? How can I support them? And it isn't good or bad. That's just what normally happens. All right. So when you start with gratitude, like you were saying, then you have gratitude for your life, for yourself, and you're very focused on what it is that you need to accomplish and what it is that you need to or want to receive or experience for the day. It's super important that you understand that you first, then that everybody can be first after you. That's my favorite. Everyone can be first after you. Okay? So you could be first after me. That's what I tell people. You could be first after me. And then that works. Okay, so back into the love aspect. Love. What is the concept of love? The concept of love comes in a variety of forms. A lot of times people think that partnership is the ultimate consummation of love. It is if there's autonomy and sovereignty and respect. If there isn't, and one is doing for the other, and you're in that same sort of relationship partnership that you would be in a business or a career or maybe a friendship, maybe that's not a love relationship as far as romance goes. All right. So you have to start defining what romance means to you. Do you want gondola rides? Do you want moonlit walks? Would you like that feeling of intimacy where someone holds you and just knows that whatever is on your heart, it's possible because you have a partnership? Those are things that if you're dreaming of or if you want to bring into your experience, you need to become. You have to bring something to the table. So you have to decide what it is that you want out of life so that you can create and experience what your vibrational match would be. Okay? Right now, we're vibrational matches for all of our experiences. How can that possibly be? Mostly because if we're like the weather, we are so like the weather. So if we don't like an experience, wait a couple of minutes, it'll change. We'll make sure of it. We'll make sure that that experience that we are not happy with changes. It will either get worse or it will get better, one or the other. We will change it right in that moment, and it will be decided because of our focus. So if our focus is, wow, this is a drag, I really hate this, this is awful, I don't want to do this, then we're going to keep feeling that way. All right? Whereas if our focus is, man, I'm so happy this is almost over. Oh, look at that. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, it's not a train. Yay, great. Here we go. Better. It's just an easier vibration for me. I don't know what better is for anybody. I know for me, anything that moves in flow state is so much easier. I don't have to worry. I can just kind of go, yeah, okay, call it a day. I'm good. So for that, all right. So let's see. There's something else that love is coming through right now really strong. And so in that unconditionality, right? When we when we're looking for love, we need to look to see where we have limitation. Where have we created limitation with that word inside our body? So first you would check your physical body for any kind of discomfort, any kind of stagnant energy, any kind of buzz that would feel like there was an impacted amount of energy, like a little ball of energy inside of your body. How you do that is you can close your eyes if you would like, but you don't have to. If you're driving, don't do that. But you, in your mind's eye, you start to picture your body, maybe in gradient color, all right, or white, like you're going to be in your energy body, okay? So you're going to do this part of your body, all right? And you're just going to go and you're going to see, just imagine if there's any kind of dark spaces. So right here, there's a dark space, okay? All right, it's an absence of light. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring more light in. And you guys will start feeling there's whoever this is ease in your left hand shoulder. It's also going to bring in more acceptance. So you're working in your solar plexus, okay? So this right here, this area, it should be bright yellow. There you go. That feels better, right? And then we're just going to pull that right out and put that in some spirit acid. There you go. Take a nice deep breath in. Release. Okay, there you go. Much better. Okay, so now go down further and see if there's any other. It'll feel gray instead of colory. If you have a feeling, like if you're clairsentient, it's going to feel a certain way to you, like maybe like stuck, okay? And if you get to a stuck place, like right here, we're stuck. So somebody, all right, we're stuck. So what we're going to do is we're going to feather the energy out, okay? So it's not so impactful. Just move it out. There you go. Take some nice deep breaths in, and when you release them, let go. Thank you. All right. Wow, that was a big one. So we were right at that place where the solar plexus comes to the soul dantian, right? So that's just above your belly button. It's like this much around your belly button, up and above. Anyway, so now your path may feel a little bit clearer, like goal orientation, tasking might feel a little bit more on point to you, like I can do that. That'll be easy. That'll be no problem. Right. Okay. So heavy, the energy, when it feels heavy, that means you're releasing. So what we do is like a shamanic draw. So fire, wood, earth, water, metal, all the way down out the bottom of your feet. So we'll make a little bag right there. Now you guys can let it flow. Really good there. Whew. Yeah, heck yeah. Get rid of all the toxicity that you've had for the last week. Heck yeah. Okay. Okay. So, no, you don't have to be clear on your soul's path. Understand that your soul and your spirit are they're united. So what happens is that whatever you do is spiritual because you're spirit. So you're already on your path. You're always on your path. You're always in your purpose. Your purpose is to be sustainable. So be sustainable. Be sustainable in a vein that you would like, maybe love, right? Okay. All right. So there we go. Now we're down to our sacral area, bright orange. That shift was quick. And then now we'll come down into our hips and roots, our knees. Knees hold a lot of emotion. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but if you're having knee problems, okay, if you're having knee issues, all right, those are emotional blocks that are preventing you from either receiving or doing one or the other. So knee problems are very representative about moving forward or stepping into. So think about that, all right? So if you're having knee issues, we're going to transmute that energy into little white butterflies of unconditional love. Uh, do that. Okay, nice. Okay. Feels better, right? Okay. So now, one of the things that you can do for any kind of knee issues is that there's like these three bands that come from the back up here, and they come all the way across and around. They come from like your lower back, they stretch around, they wrap around your hips, and they come into your thighs, and then, yeah, so they come into your thighs. And so on the side of your thigh, you take your thumb. This is the hardest part, okay? Because you need to release those bands. They're physical. It's a physical release that you need to do if you're having pain. You're having a distinct amount of pain in that area. And it's going to be your knees, it's going to be your thighs, and it's going to be your upper hip and back, lower back. And so it's a whole band of muscles that come around that tie everything together. And all they need is a release. And it's because you're either on your feet, sitting, cutting off circulation, just a lot of stuff like that. So one of the things that you do is you take your thumb, all right, and you dig it into your thigh on the side, and you just you just release it, and you keep doing that until you don't have any more pain. Pain is inflammation. So yeah, pain is inflammation, and so you want to be very careful with any kind of uh, rudimentary service that you do to yourself. It's like a fascia sort of blaster that you're using. So you have like your thumb on the side, you'll have like that little nook or cranny on the side of your thigh that has like in between the muscles, and that is what you want to release. So you take your thumb and you rub down toward the knee from the top of your thigh on the side like this until it doesn't feel like there is anything blocking it any longer. And at first it's very painful. The reason it's painful is because you're getting rid of a lot of inflammation that has held your muscles like this in that position for a long time. So that's a really good way to get rid of knee problems. I really like that. Saved me from having to get surgery for sure. So I'm happy about that. Then you have to get active. You have to get active. Your body is like, oh, does that mean I have to work now? Yeah, heck yeah. Get up. It'll be fine. All right. Ooh, there we go. So now we're down below the knees. We're in the shins and calves. That feels really good. So now that activity, because you understood it, you were willing, once you understood something, to let go of a perception. That's what changed right there. Do you see that? That's what happens. So you get introduced to some information. It gets taken into the perception that you have, and your perception graduates in a broader band, and then you have more information. Now you operate differently. Okay, now we're down around the ankles. So the ankles, the knees for the emotion, right? One of my favorite stones to use is snakeskin agate. I love to use it as a worry stone. It is amazing. It's just amazing. But it will clear almost any knee problems. 1 second, I'll get it. I apologize. I should have had that ready. Okay. So this is what the snakeskin agate looks like. It looks like a hard nub of old poop. That's what it looks like. It's such a trip, okay? So it has like a skin on it. I wonder if you could there, you can kind of see it there. You can kind of see it here. They're just really interesting pieces. But I like them because they're really powerful for using when it comes to emotional healing. Emotional healing is something that we're all going through on a regular basis. We don't name it that, but we get over ourselves, we get over others, we get over situations, people, places, and things. We go through powerlessness almost every day, right? So in that aspect, we're processing 100% constantly. And it's emotional because we have a heart chakra and because we have a heart brain and because we have a head brain and we're trying to connect the two to make sense out of the life experience that we're having energetically. So we're developing mental thoughts, emotional feelings, and then we're trying to bring it all together and go, well, hey, I think I'm all right. And so we develop beliefs around that. Yeah, it does look like wood, huh? Yeah, petrified wood is another piece that's really good, but the snakeskin agate is the best. So, man. Okay, so with the snakeskin agate, oh, that feels good. Okay, so now it's all going out the bottom of your feet. Yay! We all needed this clearing. Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I feel so much better. And maybe I'm the one that needed the clearing. That's probably what it was. All right. Woo. Ah, there. Okay, so I'm just doing a little light language right now. So, bringing better balance. That's what we need. All right. We're going from etheric to earth seed, coming in. There you are. All the way to your heart chakra. Zinging. All right. Okay. Well, I love you guys, and we're going to call it a day. I think a good investment if you're looking for a stone that kind of helps is the snakeskin agate. Focus on green stones and pink stones because those are going to give you the divine masculine and the divine feminine colors of the chakra for the hearts. So the divine feminine is the pink, the divine masculine is the green. One sort of represents more outward unconditional love. The other is inward receiving unconditional love. But you need both. All right. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining today. I'm looking for a better time on Mondays. So any feedback that you give me would be greatly appreciated. And gosh, love. Okay, so love is what you define and how you define it. Okay, so what is love to you? I would encourage you for this next week to look at different things and say, how does love look to me? Right? What does love look like to me? And then we'll see you next Wednesday at 9. Okay? I love you guys. Mwah!